Alright, are you an actual idiot? Do you find cooking and Don't Starve to be really annoying? Are you sitting there with your berries, your ice, and your monster meat still wondering what the hell a filler is? I got you, fam. I got you, homie. Here's Cooking Guide for stupid little dumb idiot brains like yourself. Let's get started. Alright, before I give any crafting recipes to you, I gotta explain some things. When I talk about meat in this video, I'm talking about big meat and morsels almost exclusively. Don't use fish, don't use not meat, and don't use monster meat. You can use monster meat for a lot of these recipes, but for the sake of convenience, don't, because you'll usually fuck up the crafting recipe if you're not doing it exactly right, so it's better to just not do that at all and stay out of that entire lane. When I talk about vegetables, the easiest vegetable to get and Don't Starve together is a mushroom. Doesn't matter what color mushroom, blue, green, red, doesn't matter, just take a mushroom and put it in that pot. You can also use carrots if you don't have any mushrooms lying around, but sometimes it fucks up the crafting recipe, so just use mushrooms if you can. And finally, when I talk about filler is anything that goes into a recipe, but it isn't specified. You can put almost anything in that slot, but the suggested fillers are ice or berries. And in certain recipes, you can also use twigs, but do not get into a habit of using twigs, because twigs tend to fuck up the crafting recipe and make this thing called steamed twigs, which are inedible. So, get that ice, get them berries, and let's start cooking. So, the easiest thing in Don't Starve to craft is wet goop. Wet goop doesn't have a specific crafting recipe, but it is just when you mess up the crafting recipe so bad that the game has nothing else to shove you into. So if you make wet goop, you messed up the crafting recipe big time, okay? The actual easiest food that's, a real food to make in the game is a tie between ratatouille and meatballs. Ratatouille only takes 1 vegetable and 3 filler, and meatballs only take 1 meat and 3 filler. They are not particularly great at what they do, they're kinda mid actually, but they are by far the easiest thing to make on a budget. So, be making them meatballs, be making them ratatouille, but don't rely on them, because it is a deadly trap to just not make anything other than the stupid stuff. But if you're feeling really down in the heart region and you need a little health pick-me-up, but you're also trying to stay on a budget, here is something from me to you. You're gonna want to craft yourself some trail mix. You're gonna want a birch nut, 2 berries, and a twig. It's the easiest way to make a healing item in the game, and it heals for 30 points of hunger. That's pretty good. Another really cheap healing item out there, even cheaper than trail mix, is the butter muffin. Coming in at only 1 butterfly wing, 1 pizza vegetable, and 2 twigs. It heals a little less than the trail mix, only 20 points of healness. But at that price, you can't beat it. It's the cheapest healing item in the game. If for some reason you can't get your hands on the butterfly wings for some reason, you can substitute them for frog legs and make this thing called a Froggle Bunwich. Even though the texture looks different, it has the exact same stats as the butter muffin. So, if you just got a lot of those lying around, don't cook them up and eat them up, make them into Froggle Bunwiches, bye! Let's suppose that you're really hungry, and I mean really hungry. You need something to fill your belly from 0 to 100 really fast. Well, I got you, bye. What you're gonna want to make is some meaty stew with 3 big meats. The big ones, not the morsels. You're gonna want big meat and 1 ice. It will make for you a meaty stew, which will take your hunger from 0 to max. Always. You can't beat that. Doesn't really give much of anything else. But who needs anything else when you got 150 hunger? And if for some reason meaty stew isn't doing it for you, and you're willing to put in the extra work, you can make some tall Scotch eggs. For tall Scotch eggs, you need 1 tall bird egg, 1 vegetable, and 2 twigs. It is one of the best foods in the game, but the only drawback is that you have to fight and kill a tall bird to get the egg for it. If you're willing to put in the effort, it's much worthwhile and good thing to pop during battle, but again, if you find it difficult to kite and kill a tall bird, then you might want to stick to meaty stew. Speaking of fighting in battle, if you're out there taking hits, what you're going to want in your inventory is pierogi. It heals 40 bones a pop, and it's pretty easy to mass produce once you get the resources for it. So to make it, what you're going to need is 1 meat, you can use a morsel for this, 1 egg, 1 vegetable, and 1 filler. Now, there are 2 kinds of eggs in this game. They're the eggs you get from tall birds, which work for this recipe, but I would not recommend making it. Or you can just get normal eggs from a normal bird. You gotta make a cage using some gold, crafting recipes on screen right now, and once you feed it a morsel, you get an egg for free. You can fry up the egg on its own, make some bacon, or you can make pierogies, which are great to have in battle. Make them now. Put them in ye gullet immediately. Now, to top off this video, I'm gonna give you some sanity recovering foods, because while there are not very many, and the ones that are there are not very good, it is useful to have at least a few up your sleeve in case you find yourself insane. Now, the easiest way to recover sanity through food is by making taffy, which the easiest recipe is 3 honey and 1 twig. Well, it only recovers 15 sanity at a time, and the recipe can be kind of costly if you don't live near beehives. It is the cheapest way to get sanity without breaking the bank. Now, the last item on this list is a little costly if you don't already have a farm setup, but if you do have a farm setup, you should already have some of this plant lying around because it will probably grow in your garden no matter what you do. I'm talking about forget-me-lots, and I'm also talking about the soothing tea. Forget-me-lots, honey, ice, and a filler will lead you to making the soothing tea, which heals 15 sanity as soon as you drink it, and 30 more over a span of a minute. Now, that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but if you have the time to be insane, you have the time to not be insane. So drink a few of these, and slowly but surely, you will recover all your insaneness, and then not be insane. You won't be insane anymore. It's good. Don't be insane. Alright, that's all I got for you. If you still don't know how to cook, you're stupid. Rewatch the video more. I need more views. I want them. Please subscribe to me. I want them. I want the views. I want you to love me. Love me now. Love me now.